My name is Rebecca. I am a supervisor with Solano County Child Welfare Services in the Permanency Assessment Unit, and I've been with Solano County for 14 years.
I'm Amanda. I'm a paralegal with Solano County Child Welfare. I am in the legal unit and have worked with the county for 4 years.
My name is Brittany, and I am an office assistant too with Solano County Child Welfare, and I have been with Solano County for 4 years.
My name is Rachel. I'm a social worker 3 with Solano County Child Welfare Services, also in the Permanency Assessment Unit, and I have been with Solano County for 4.5 years. Reflective consultation groups came to Solano County from our trauma-informed leadership team, which is a work group that we have internally. A few of us were part of the trauma-informed leadership team and brought about this idea when we saw a need for social workers experiencing difficult cases and wanting a space to better process what was going on within their areas of work. And in a time where virtual meetings were all that was really taking place, we had this way to connect with each other still. It really helped to bring people from different units together and connected people outside of work too. These groups help not only process trauma, but reduce the effects of secondary traumatic stress by having a safe space to share what's going on. First responders have critical debrief sessions after incidents that occur, and social workers have the same incidences sometimes happening without a place to process that. RSC groups and also our on-demand individual sessions that are offered provide that safe space to do so when an incident occurs that may require more support. Things that could lead someone to wanting to schedule an on-demand session are a wide range of things, all the way from communication, interpersonal relationships within the office. Maybe you're having some issues with your supervisor that you need to process in a one-on-one safe space and really get some feedback on what your next step should be.
I've used the on-demand one-on-one session. Alyssa was able to just address what I was going through. The professionalism and the prompts she had for me to dig a little deeper. It was very personalized to my situation.
I scheduled an appointment through the on-demand RSC, and I met with Kalindi. She was fantastic and supported me. I felt like I was being held and given so many tools to be able to use, and recognizing how these things in my personal life come to work with me and how can I manage those feelings better. RSC gives you a place to process those heavy events that you're experiencing at work and the heavy work that we do so that you're better at home and at work.
Being able to learn how to process those secondary traumas and just having peers that you can be vulnerable with and learning ways not to put it on yourself or carry it for so long, and being able to bring that to the group and really talk it through, learning processing mechanisms or grounding techniques, breathing techniques, kind of centered myself again.
It was positive in just identifying that you're experiencing a secondary trauma and then getting the tools from the group to deal with that. It's positive.
When you work in the field of social work, you're constantly hearing about self-care, self-care, self-care. But there's no tangible tools given, what does self-care look like? I think that people, when they think about self-care, they're thinking, I need to go to the gym or I need to go on this great trip or something. But self-care really is everyday tasks that you do to make sure you're okay mentally when you're carrying a burden of difficult work. RSC is self-care. It's about caring about myself enough to take the time to go to this meeting and share with my peers who are also experiencing the same thing how the work affects me. I know that when I do make that a priority, it sets me up to be able to do my work without, feeling so overwhelmed. It is, you walk out, you just feel like, I feel peaceful.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I remember not having group for almost 2 weeks, and I didn't have the same peace because you walk out of the group and you're like, oh, I feel balanced. It's very positive. It's a good balance and peace.
I think an initial barrier to participation could be the unknown. Unknown expectations of confidentiality, unknown expectations of your group dynamic and how you'll work out. I think you get more comfortable after you've participated in the groups, and it becomes exciting to sign up to participate in them again, knowing that what you had with your previous group cohort, you can have again with a new group.
I think one of the barriers is just recognizing like what is on our plate that carries secondary trauma, or is it really valid to even bring up? And that's what the groups taught me. Even the little things, like other people are feeling that way. They're experiencing those situations. They're holding on to those same feelings. And we've really come to the table and been like, I feel that. I understand that, which gives a sense of validation, being heard, and being able to brainstorm. There's so many people you don't know, and the trust plays into that because I'm joining a group with somebody I don't really talk to. Are they going to perceive me in a different way? And once we all sit down and like go, okay, like you get a better camaraderie with each other.
Because it opened the door to build those relationships. And especially since it's by classification. So as an office assistant, I was partnered with all support staff. So we're all kind of in the same boat, and we got to share things that we didn't necessarily know our neighbor was dealing with at the same time. So it was more relatable, and we could build stronger relationships through work, and we got to know each other on a personal level.
When you let yourself be a little bit vulnerable and join the group, you find that you have so much in common with your peers, and maybe everybody shares that fear a little bit. The confidentiality piece is taken really seriously. You develop this deeper relationship with people than you had before. It's not just about the hardships and the difficulties, but it's also sharing wins with each other and celebrating each other's wins and the good things in each other's lives.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun in our group.
Yes.
We did.
After participating in the pilot groups and now continuing on with RSC groups, I would absolutely refer to participate in RSC groups and on demand. The value that they bring to me personally and professionally, and just the growth that I've seen in all of my fellow peers who've attended, is just unmatched.